All right, guys, part of your maintenance on your SpeedQueen washer. Now, if you look here in the front, we just did a wash down on it, so it's wet. And if you start to get rust building up along here, you want to get some WD-40, okay? And you want to coat everything here nicely, all along and around, do the bolts as well. And to avoid that, what's going on is these holes, these are your drain holes. I just pulled a bunch of stuff out, and what's happening is they get clogged up and water gets caught. See that? And then it does not drain, so the water starts to spill over from here on down, and a lot of times bleach in here anyways, so it's very corrosive. So make sure that you check all those areas, that they're nice and airy so that nothing gets clogged in them. There's some hair, so there's another hole there. And that's pretty much it. These machines are very reliable, but you don't want to have rust eat away at something that can be prevented. So we're going to use the hose and we're going to blast these holes out even better, but this is good. And this is pretty clean in here. It's not that bad. Just make sure those holes are also open. We're going to blast it out. And then we do a drain, wipe the tub. And that's it. Also, another good invention. See that? That's a drain hole, because detergent and other stuff gets in there and then it sits. So make sure that hole also is not gunk up. Here's a little maintenance thing you can do for your SpeedQueen. I like to coat the drum with WD-40, and it's anti-corrosion. It keeps the bolts from getting rusty, and you just wipe it down once you're done. If a little bit get on the motor, it's fine, but just basically keep corrosion at bay. Be generous, it doesn't hurt. And once you're done, just get a rag and spread it. You want to basically keep it moist. You don't want to wipe it off, you just want to keep it moist. In fact, a glove is actually best because it does not remove it. All you want to do is saturate the unit, especially in this area where they start to corrode. You want to get the WD-40, get it in there well. And in fact, even grease, if you wanted to pack some grease there, it does not hurt anything. What this is going to do is protect your machine from corrosion and rusting out before it's time. These units are excellent, but obviously when moisture gets in, you can see a little bit along the edge. So you can also get some WD-40 and just spray along there, up top. Not a lot, because you don't want to get it on your clothing, but it's not going to hurt anything. It'll just wash off, but you want to make sure that this area is protected. So get it on there good. And there's also a CLR you can actually spray to loosen the rust and kill the rust. And you want to get all the way around, which I'm going to do. So, all right, guys, so we already sprayed some on here. Just want to show you another quick maintenance on your SpeedQueen. You want to get your bolts, and especially this trim here. That's where the rust and whatnot starts. You want to get that real good. Anything that drips over will fall in there, which is good as well because it's anti-corrosion. Floor is wet because we've been doing a lot of work. So, and you want to get to the back if you can. All you have to do is spray the top, it will drip down. And eventually, if you just spray here, which is the main area anyways, it will eventually work its way around. Almost wish SpeedQueen would actually put maybe a drain. I guess you can't, but at least seal this lip to where you don't have anything at all seeping or building up in there. That'd be a great idea. There's not really much to complain about these machines. Once you're done, just take your gloves or a plastic bag. Don't use a dry napkin or anything, because what it's going to do is absorb the WD-40 and just work it generously around. you can see the water actually just dissipating. So WD-40 repels water, so which is what you want to do. So, all right, it's kind of hard to get to the back unless you remove the top and raise it up if you really want to get back there. So, but right now this is pretty good. I sprayed quite a bit. And some of the other maintenance sometimes you can do, put a dab of grease on those. And also there, sometimes they would move and squeak. But other than that, everything is pretty good. Make sure these are level when you put them down. You don't want them to sit uneven. So another tip, this is the screw that goes at the bottom, holds the cabinet on. I'm going to wrap the screw in grease. And the reason for that, again, the maintenance I showed you on top earlier will stop this from happening. But a lot of times it's a laundry room, you get water splash, and what it does, it starts to corrode this screw. Or you can go and get stainless screws and you won't have that problem. This grease is very tacky. And in fact, you can even put a little bit of grease down there. And that keeps everybody happy. See that? And you can wipe off some of the excess on the machine itself, and that screw will not rust.